Have a quiz right here. Can you see it?
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay. Well, let's see. Okay, first question. I have the third one. Each slice represents category.
That's what I have as well.
Okay, good. Second one as well. The third one.
Yep.
Okay. I have a true proportion on.
Yeah.
Okay. Question 6.
Sample
Sample
size.
size. Good. On 7, I have 40.
Yep.
Okay. 0.4 on.
That's what I have.
Great. Number 9, I got 0. I think I got this incorrect.
I got 0.1 for that one.
0.1. Okay.
Let me check my.
It was something like. Wait.
Let me just. All right. Yeah, I'm just gonna do the math real quick.
This is the one that it's P and then times 1 minus P divided by N, right? And then the square root of that.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, so I did something wrong with the math.
Yeah, I got 0.1.
0.1. Okay. Okay. Okay, number 10, I got 0.35.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 11, 0.458.
I got 0.0458.
Oh, okay. I might be missing a 0.
Should we check that one just to be sure?
Sure. Oh, okay, let's see. So standard deviation was, what was the p-value for this one? So 0.3, right? So it would be 0.3 times 1 minus 0.3 divided by, what? 100? And then the square root of that. Am I right?
Yeah.
So it would be, let's see. One, no, wait, p of 0.3, right? 0.3 times 1 minus 0.3 divided by 100, right?
Yeah.
That's 0.07. Wait, then we have to do the square root of that, right?
Yeah.
0.007, is that? Oh, 0.007, right?
I just plug it all in at once in my calculator. I don't know what comes before.
Oh, so how do you do it?
I do the square. I just like put square root in right away. I don't know.
Oh, okay, and then you do like this?
Yeah, I do square root 0.3 parentheses 1 minus 0.3 parentheses divided by 100, and then close the parentheses so it's like all in the same.
Okay. Okay, let's see. So it would be 0.3.
Mm-hmm.
Then
yeah.
1 minus. No, wait, something's wrong here.
You can do it in the Google calculator. I don't know what calculator you're using, but like if you just like.
Oh, the Google one? Okay.
Yeah, that's the one I used.
Oh,
at least.
I never used it. Do you want to share how you use that? Because I never use the Google calculator. I usually try to do it by myself. Wait, let's show your screen if you can.
Yeah. All right. Can you see him?
Yes, I see it.
All right, so I would do square root 0.3 parentheses 1 minus 0.3 divided by 100, right?
Right.
And then close the parentheses so it all is under the square root, and then that's what I got.
Okay. Okay.
So I do it in like one step, so I don't.
Yeah, I was doing it with the regular Microsoft calculator, and I had to do it in like 2 steps, like doing and then get the result and then do the square root of that result. But that's a lot easier actually. So yeah, and probably I just missed a 0. Okay. Okay, let's move on.
I got 1.091 for the z-score.
0.019. I got 1.0487. Let's do that. Let's do that one again, just in case.
Okay.
For z-score was value minus mean divided by standard deviation. So, you want to give it a try there?
We do 0.35 minus 0.3. I guess we would need a divided by
Standard deviation.
Point
0.00458 was that?
Yeah. 1.0917.
Would be 0.92 then. 1.92. 1.092, right? Because it's 3 decimals.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know how I got that out. Maybe. Okay. Good. And the probability I got 0.126. I probably got this one wrong as well. What do you got on 13?
What is the probability, Brittany? You gets at least. What did you use the normal probability applet?
Yeah.
Well, I put in 1.091 for that one. But when I did it the second time, we got 9.2. So let me try with that.
They're probably wrong because the z-score, my z-score was different. So,
so 0.1374.
Yeah, 0.1374. Okay, 374. So
I got slightly different, but
okay, let me see. So it's 1.092. I have it here. So let's see. 1.092.
Are you recording this time?
Yes, I'm recording this. And so you got 0.137, right?
Yeah, but when I did it last time, I got 0.138. So okay. I don't know what I did last time that was different. Well, last time I got a slightly different z-score. I got a z-score that was off by, I got 1.091 last time. And then when I just redid it with you, I got 1.0917. So we rounded to 1.092. But like I have my notes here, and it's like a different. After the 1.091, it's like a different number, entirely. So I don't know what I did different.
Yeah, we can give it a try then, or maybe we can change it back to what it was.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, so which one are we going with? 0.1374 for.
Yeah, it's 3 decimals, so it would be 0.137.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
The number 14, I got 0.11.
For 14, yeah, that's what I got, 0.011.
Okay, just give me one moment. I have my daughter calling. ¿Qué pasó, Juli? That's it? Okay, give me one moment. I gotta give her a glass of water. Sorry about that.
Fine.
She has been sick for like the last 2 days with fever and she's been vomiting, so it's pretty bad. So it's Paris life. What you guys? Anyway, okay. So we got that the same on
14.
yeah, 15 and a half minus 1.79.
All right, we're way different on that one.
Yeah. What'd you get?
I got negative 2.685.
Oh, okay.
No, let's do that one together.
Okay, you have that.
Because we got the same for p hat, like, right? 0.011.
0.011. Yeah, I have the same, right? 0.011. Yes, I have that.
All right, so let's look at the book on my other screen here. Z p hat minus p divided by the standard deviation.
Yes.
So I did, okay, so I think maybe what did you use for p hat?
On that one?
Because I used 0.49. I wasn't too sure, just because it says results will suggest the candidate is losing the election, gets less than 50% of the votes, because that's what we're trying to figure out.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. That could be wrong. I just guessed on using 49, or like 0.49.
I think I used 0.52 because it says here on the book somewhere that it's p hat it was equal to p for where was it? Wait, I read it somewhere. Where was it? Okay, no, I use on 3.22 mean and standard deviation. It says that mean of p hat is equal to p. So I think that's why I used 0.52 for that reason, but I might have that wrong.
But then you would have to do 0.52 minus 0.52, right?
Yeah.
When you were figuring out
the
Z
yeah,
score.
you're right. Is it? Let me get the formula again.
Because then it'd be 0 divided by.
Yeah, because it's p the same as p value. How did I do this one? I wonder if I got this. I might have used the wrong formula then. So I don't remember. Of course, I wasn't doing p minus p value p hat because it wouldn't give me anything. So I might have used a different formula. I didn't notice.
Do you want to? What did you get for 16?
16. No, 16 is I didn't do 16. That was the one I was missing.
Sorry, I'll be right back. Just give me 1 second.
¿Qué, Juli? ¿Estás bien? Estoy en una llamada de la facultad, ¿ah? Después salí del baño y te acostás de nuevo. ¿Ah?
Sorry, I had to put my little brother to bed.
That's okay. That's okay. Take your time, man. Yeah, if you need to take more time, that's fine. I can wait.
No, it's fine. He's good. He's in bed.
Okay, good. So, okay, we were going to do number 15. So, yeah, I definitely used the wrong formula in this one.
What did you get again for your answer?
I got minus 1.79, but you got like minus 2 something, right?
Yeah, I got negative 2.685. I completely guessed though with using 0.49 for my p hat because we're trying to figure out the probability of him losing, and that is 49 is losing, I guess. I could have done like 499, I guess. I don't know. I'm not sure how accurate he wants us to be, or if I'm like doing the wrong thing and figuring out p hat. But that's just what I went with. It might also be 0.5, just because it says that,
Mm.
but I don't think so, because that would be maybe, I don't know. So that's what I did when I plugged it into the formula to get my z-score. And my answer, I'm pretty it makes sense to me when I plugged it into the normal probability applet, I guess. Like the probability of him losing I got would be like less than 4% or less than 1%, because to a sample size of 2,000, there's the likelihood is like really high, you know? But I don't know. That's a guess.
No, it's I'm reading on the book the examples that it gives.
Some of the examples I had a hard time like applying over exactly. Like I got confused.
I'm reading the one on 3.31, which is I think the closest one, right? Because it talks about
Yeah.
So in this case, no. Do this again. So so instead of using 49, does it change if you use 50, 0.50 or 0.5?
I can try.
Change, but
Yeah, that looks. Oh, damn it. Oh, no, that's right. Negative. Oh, well, I got something different this time.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so if I do 0.5 minus 0.52, I get negative 1.818 for the z-score.
All right.
And then if I do that into the this probability of him losing, I got 0.0345. So a 3.5% chance of him losing. Do we want to try? I have all my answers, all the answers written down for, do we each want to try putting one of those in for that? And then when we turn it in, just see the other can go back and correct.
Yeah, that sounds good. Okay, let's. You want to try first with this, and then we can try with the 0.449.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then what did you get? Oh wait, what is the probability of the survey?
Yeah, 15 and 16, I didn't get anything. I mean, so.
Yeah. Wait.
Oh, 0.
So 15. Okay. I'm gonna write down the answer I got doing 50%, and then
I write the one for 59, so we can. Whoever gets it correct on the second chance, we can. And if we both get it wrong, I don't know, we might have to do it again. So, so it's 0. So for 49 was 0. Sorry, minus 1 point.
So
No,
for number 15, I got negative 2.685.
2.68.
And then, all right, so then I'm writing for 50, and then for 16, I got 0.004.
0.004, and oh yeah, this was 4% using 49.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna write 0.0345. That's using 50. Oh, wait.
Okay, let's see. The rest we had all already now, so okay, let's submit this, see what we get.
There's also a chance that both those are wrong. So
yeah, I couldn't understand that very well. Did you get it right?
I got it right, except I forgot to put the negative in for the z-score, and I got that one wrong. So I think.
Yeah, I got the last two wrong.
Okay, so it must be the 49% one, or no, not the 49, the 50% one. And then I just forgot the negative because I was dumb.
So it should be 50%, not 49 then.
Yeah.
Okay. And I got 11 also. I had it wrong. Was it 0.0? Oh, yeah, I added an extra 0. Was it 0.0458, right?
Yeah, there's just 1 0, not 2. Right. And I'm gonna do that again just to fix that last one. C, B.
Oh gosh.
0.4, question 9, 0.1.
Just got frozen. I don't know what happened. Okay.
I'm just going back through and putting the right answers in, the ones I have written down.
Okay.
And then I can scroll through and just show you what I have, so you could just fill it in real quick.
Okay. Go to the. Yeah, because I had to close everything. My computer, like the right space got frozen, so I had to.
That's weird. All right, so this one's probably negative 1.818 because otherwise this wouldn't be right. 3, 4, 5. Well, I guess it's 3 decimal places. So, wait, did I put? I did that last time, right?
Which one?
For 16, I did 0.0345. I didn't do 0.035.
Yeah, you added an extra number there. It should be 3.5.
But I remember I got it right though.
Oh, you got it right anyway?
Yeah, because last time I got 17 out of, or not 17, like 15 out of 16 or whatever, with just this one being wrong, number 15.
Oh, okay, so it's not taking the decimal places because it says 3, but I guess it takes, I mean.
Maybe it's just checking the last 3. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, let me.
All right, you want me to scroll up to the top?
Sure, give me one moment. I'm opening the quiz again. Okay, so this is true. Number, this was the 3rd. The 10th, 4th one was the only difference. Number 5. Number 5 was true proportion, right?
Yeah, number 5 is true proportion.
Sample
number
size.
6
Yeah, I got that
is
right.
sample size.
This was 40.
Yep.
7.
8 is 0.4.
0.4. Number
9 is 0.1.
0.1.
10 is 0.35.
0.3435.
11 is 0.0458.
0.0458. Okay, and this was one of the ones that I got wrong. And C score on this one was, what was it?
1.092.
0.092. Number 13.
Number 13 is 0.137.
37. Number 14.
Number 14 is 0.011.
Okay. Number 15. This was the minus 1.81, was it?
Negative for number 15.
Yes.
Negative 1.818.
Right. And the other one was 0.035. I'll put it the same as you say.
It's 0.0345.
Okay. Thank you for that. Okay, great. Okay, let's jump to the this project thing. I haven't read anything about that yet. I just I saw that there was part of one of the assignments, but I didn't go through it.
The group the
group project, that thing.
The design study, yeah.
Let's see the instructions.
Okay. I have a Word document open with the download. And I couldn't spell your last name to save my life. I'm sorry.
That's okay, no problem. It's let me spell it for you. It's SCH NCKEN B as in boy URGER.
You say that?
Schneckenberger.
It's a hell of a name.
Imagine my name tag in the mission. It used to have only an E because the last name wouldn't fit. So they just put E. Schneckenberger.
That's
So
funny.
I wasn't an elder until my last day on the mission when the president gave me a name tag that they figure out to make the font smaller to fit the whole thing. So I only had that tag for one day when they actually said Elder Schneckenberger. So he was like, okay, now I can tell that you are an elder. No, here you have it, because I was always my name tag was E. And the last name. Yeah. Anyway, okay, so final project. This is 7 steps.
All right, that worked. I'm going to share a Google Doc with you with it.
Okay, let me see. Okay. Document. Okay. Sign the study.
And then we have to take some quiz, design the study self-report quiz.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to peep that out.
So, okay. So first of all, we have to decide what type of study we want to do.
Yeah. Well, all right. Each step is listed below. We'll need an overseer. The overseer is the main writer and the person responsible for managing creation of the document. The overseer will be the one who will upload the document on behalf of the group, the assignment folder. All right. Let me check the due dates for each of these steps.
Okay. You know what? I was actually thinking about this. I didn't know what the project was about, but I imagined it was going to be something like this. And at work, like last week, I had to do kind of because my company has an office in India.
Mm-hmm.
And they were kind of comparing the productivity of the office in India in comparison with the office here, with some metrics that they had. And I was kind of thinking if the project requires something like that, we could maybe use that and as part of a project, kind of
Mm-hmm.
do a comparison of productivity between both offices.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
I kind of something really simple. So I would have to explain what I do so you can understand what I did.
Yeah.
On my role, I would be like an auditor. So I audit the work for the kind of the role. It would be a account analyst. So I audit their work and what they enter in the accounting system. And also,
Okay.
a part of being an auditor, I'm kind of their second level support for accounting related questions and processes.
In auditing?
Yeah, right. So what I did is from all the requests that we receive, that my team receives, I compared how many of those requests were coming from the Montevideo office and how many of those were coming from the office in India, and
What com-
how much time both of them would take us to answer.
hmm.
So
What company do you work for?
it's called Sabre. It's a it's
I've
a
heard of that.
yeah, it's a big company. It's actually the kind of the global leader on his area.
My
They
my dad is a partner at Price Waterhouse Coopers, and he's in audit.
Oh, cool. That's good. I'm kind of an internal audit, actually. It's the audit that I do internally. But Sabre, it's kind of it's called global distribution system. So when you go to a travel agency and you want to do a reservation, they plug into
Mhm.
a system that the travel agent plugs into our system to see the inventory and purchase a flight. I don't know, a seat on a flight on the Sabre system. So the airline will publish their inventory on our system, and then the travel agent will go to our system to get the inventory. And it's the engine behind the online travel agencies like Expedia and all that. They get all the results when you go to Expedia or Travelocity or whatever. It's the engine that feeds Expedia. It's Sabre and other GS actually. Sabre is one of the biggest one, but there's a couple more. That's their main business.
The first part of the design the study is fun, interesting question. Do you want to do it on like travel or something?
Yeah, that could be. I mean, let's see. What was the first question? What was the research question? Research.
Well, do you want to? So I guess we're both kind of doing the design the study because it's
Right.
one person is supposed to like take control. Like we're supposed to help each other with each step. Um,
Okay.
but
One.
the
One. Each one of us should do one step, and then
yeah,
this.
that's what it looks like. We should like it's like there's a main person for each section. I don't know if you just want to do like every other one,
Yeah. That's
but
fine.
wait, only one person, the overseer, needs to upload steps 1, step 2, step 3, and step 4. Okay, so kind of only one person needs to do the uploading. So does it does it have to be the same person each time? You think? Or you think
I
that won't matter?
need to have lost only one person. The overseer. Okay, so it seems that there would be one person responsible for maintaining the files, right? That's what I understand. That,
Well,
that's
I
how,
just put it all in the Google Doc so we both
yeah,
have equal access to it.
yeah. I know that if you have that, that's fine. We can use that and upload everything there.
Are you on the document right now
No, I'm seeing it through the
on my screen?
on your screen. I can
Yeah.
talk about. You want to give me the link so I can go?
I shared it with your Gmail, so you should be able to pull it up in Drive.
Okay. Let me go into my Gmail. Let's see. I actually use my Gmail account only for this. I don't use Gmail like email, the email, but um, let's see.
It's like under Google Apps.
Yeah.
And you go to your Drive and the shared with me, it should show up. I just did the default name.
Okay, now I see it here. I just got the email. Okay, I'm opening the doc. Project is on study. Okay, I'm in. Okay, great. I see it now. Okay, so step one. So should we design it together, or should one of us design and then discuss it on a
Well,
call?
I feel like we definitely need to figure out the question together because we
Okay.
want to pick something that we both want to we're going to be spending several weeks on this project.
Right.
We should probably pick something that we both want to do.
Right.
And then we could like kind of skim through this together, and then I can fill in all the I put myself as the overseer for this one.
Okay.
I don't know if you see the little chart, but I just did me, you,
Yeah,
for the,
I see it. I
don't know if you care if you want to do one of those instead, or.
No, that's okay. That's fine.
Right.
It's fine. So we have to start with the sign the study. I don't know. I don't know if you like that idea or if you have another idea. I just thought about it because it was part of my. I mean, I was working on that, and I had to kind of do an average of things. But I mean, I understand that you might want to understand, and it's pretty like
Well,
it's kind of particular for the type of job I do, and so.
Well, yours is kind of like specific to like your like program or whatever. You're like your company, but we could just do like something travel oriented in general.
Okay, that sounds good.
Because I don't know, I live internationally and I travel all the time, so like it's relevant to me too, and I feel like it is, I don't know, relevant to you somewhat since it's already your job. It might be easier you to find data to collect.
That's good. Yeah, I mean we can. Let's see. What do we want to do travel related? There was one exercise on one of the weeks that was about finding the cheapest price in 14 weeks. You know, using like Expedia or something like that. If you wanted to book it 14 days in the ahead or 19 days ahead, and the difference. Okay. Anda a acostarte.
¿Por qué?
No, acostate ya que hace calor. ¿Eh? Sorry, give me just one moment.
Yeah, it's fine.
Sí, ok. Tráeme la caja y yo te lo abro. Está ahí en la cocina. Sorry, I just have my daughter here, so she's kind of hungry. Poor thing, she has been eating everything, so now she feels a little better. Get her some cereal or something. Vení, Juli, dame la caja. ¿Querés una barrita de cereal o querés los cereales?
Los cereales.
Ok, tráeme la caja.
Sí, ya voy.
Está ahí arriba la caja, Juli.
No voy a buscar algo para poner los ¿cómo era? Los cereales.
Okay, dale. Okay, so I don't know. I don't want to repeat it, like use that example because there's already one on the lesson. So maybe.
Well, we could do like, like one of the ones on the bookstore are on the examples. Is there a difference in the price of books at the BYU Idaho bookstore compared to those available online? We could do the price points of those. We could pick like an Expedia or Kayak or like something like that. Is there what's the actual price difference between using a website like that and using the airline's website directly or something like that? Maybe
that's actually a good one. I mean, there is an answer for that. That sometimes there are differences. Let me because okay, so that's actually a good one, but there most probably there will be differences, and there are differences because airlines, especially big agencies like Expedia and those, they have what they're called negotiated fares. So Expedia will negotiate a special fare with the airline, and the airline, so they will publish even a lower fare than what the airline has. But that's a good one actually, and we can see how many times the price between the airline site and one of the big travel agencies will match.
Mm-hmm.
The Kayak, and there's a few more that they run a comparison among all the online travel agencies. They're what they call meta search sites. They do not connect to the reservation system. They just compare prices among all the sites. I think
Okay.
Kayak is one of the ones that do that. So what they do is they do not go to the source to get the information. They just get the information out of all the online travel agencies, and they get the lowest
Mm-hmm.
fare. Usually, among online travel agencies, the price doesn't vary too much because they get their information out of the same system. But the airline might have a different price. So yeah, I like that. That's actually a good one. We can use that, and we definitely have a lot of resources to get information out from, because we have the airline side, we have plenty of online travel agencies, we have sites that compare the prices among online travel agencies, so
Yeah, we wouldn't have to like.
we don't have to
Like-
open each site. We can go through Kayak. I think that's that. And even
Yeah.
if you go to some sites like Expedia, you get an option to compare with other sites. I think I don't know if it was Orbitz, one of those big travel agencies. It gives you the option to compare that
Mhm.
fare with the rest of the sites. So you will get all the sites open. Kayak, I think Kayak, the good thing is that it displays everything on the same site. It doesn't open the different sites.
Okay. Yeah. We could do, if we do that, should we do like the differences between the two, and then should we also see if there's a difference between like national versus international?
You, yeah. I mean, we would.
Well, I know like I'm like in Europe right now, so like everywhere I fly is international technically, but like in the US, like flying state to state, you know.
Yeah, we would have to pick an airline that does both international and national. Because, for example, if we pick Southwest, Southwest it would be a good example, luckily, because they do not use a reservation system. They do not publish their fares on the online travel agency. You got to book directly on Southwest.
Yeah. We could do like Delta or American Airlines or something like that.
Something like that, yeah. That could be a good example. So what we want to do then is pick an airline, designate or choose a route. It could be maybe, I don't know, if we want to use your
Should we do several routes, or should we do one at different points in the year?
Well, that it really depends what we want to do. If we want to compare how the difference, because there's two things here. Do we want to know if there is a difference between the airline price and the travel agency, or we also want to compare how the prices vary depending on the year, on the time of the year? So we have two questions there. One, if the price changes between the travel agency and the airline, and two, if the price changes during the year. And it does, because they change their fares. The fares can change up to 5 times a day. So
Yeah.
we will see differences. So I don't know. We can try that as well, but we will be looking at two different questions. And I don't know if we. If we need to focus on only one question? Or
Well, all the
if
examples are one.
right. So yeah, we
And I
can
feel like it's
maybe,
less work if
yeah.
Yeah.
I think we can start with the difference between the airline, what the airline publishes on their site and what the travel agencies have online.
should
Is
we
that-
do like
Mhm.
the price differences for like 50 different flights or something like that? Or like 50 different destinations 1 month in advance. Like I feel like we should do something to keep it all like equal.
I didn't get. I don't
Well,
know
like
if-
just are we doing like so are we just doing like a broad comparison like all flights?
well, no, we have to. That would be hard. We need to pick a route to compare, or like I don't know, maybe 5 routes or something like that to get.
Well,
And
we need to do
there is actually a difference, and how much the difference is. So, but let's see. So we would, for example, right? We will pick a route. Let's say I don't know, Salt Lake City to Bratislava. So we will pick that.
we need
go-
let's find a direct flight. That's not a
Okay.
direct flight.
Well, we can then would be I don't know well, whatever.
Let's do
New,
let's
probably
do Salt
new-
Lake to let's do Salt Lake to Amsterdam. That's a direct flight.
Okay, so Salt Lake to Amsterdam. So we will go to the let's we need to pick an airline. Let's pick I don't know United. I don't know if they have a flight that, but let's say United has one. So
yeah.
we'll go to United site, the United Airlines site, run a search for that flight, and get a quote, a fair quote, right?
Yeah.
Then we will go to Kayak or to an online or Expedia, run the same search for the same dates, and get a quote. Okay, so now and one, we have those two, and then we compare if there's a difference and how much the difference is. And we can try that. We could try that with different airlines, or we could try that with multiple. I mean, we can even try with multiple airlines that fly the same route and compare what all those airlines show and what all the online travel agencies show
For one.
route, for one direct flight.
And so we're trying to determine if the travel agencies offer more often cheaper flights, or are we trying to?
Yeah.
Would that be our
That would be the idea. How
on average?
on average,
flights
how
are
many
cheaper.
times the travel agencies offer cheaper flights in comparison to the airline side? And what we need to do is that when you go to the airline site, or when you go to Expedia, for example, Expedia will show you the results for the airline that you're looking on the own airline site. So that's
Yeah.
what we need to compare. Because I mean, sorry, if you look when you looked on the online site, it will display a bunch of airlines.
Mhm.
So and it will show you probably the lowest fare first, and we need to make sure to filter for direct flight, because sometimes when the online travel agency connects to the Sabre system, for example, to the global distribution system, the global distribution system runs different combinations to get the cheapest fare. And most of the times the cheapest fare is not the direct flight. So it will look for combinations that get the cheapest, the lowest fare. But if we want to do it for a non-stop flight, a direct flight, we need to make sure to get the exact same
Airline.
characteristics, both in the online travel site and in the airline site. I don't know if that makes sense.
No, yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, so we got an idea. So we will pick a route. We will go to different airlines that have that route, run a search, get an average of all the airlines that have that route, then go to the travel sites, filter and choose that route, filter to get the results for only nonstop flights.
Here, wait, let's figure out perfectly enough, you're the overseer for the collect and describe the data.
Okay.
So that let's just get like 1 or 2 sentences right now. That is our project.
Okay.
For what is our research question? And then next week or in 2 weeks, whenever we need, we can, I don't know if you want help with that. I don't know how that would work.
What do you mean, to collect and describe the data?
Yeah, to just like look at a bunch of different sites.
I can do that. I'm pretty used to it, so that's okay. I can do it.
You could do it at work and no one would think anything different. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. I can do it. We just need to get, on the same page on what route we want to choose and what dates. I can choose myself if you want, right? You said Salt Lake City, Amsterdam was a direct flight, so I can try with that.
That's just the one I know, because I fly Salt Lake to Amsterdam, Amsterdam to Vienna, and then I drive to my house in Bratislava, because the Bratislava airport is a tiny local one. So I just know for a fact that was just one I knew off the top of my head. I also know Colorado to Paris, Charles de Gaulle Airport is direct. I know JFK to Vienna is a direct flight. I know JFK to Paris is a direct flight. I don't know. Those are just ones I've done and I know. So we could pick whatever you think would be the best for measuring.
That's fine. Whatever. Direct flights is easy because there are no combinations.
Yeah, I figured we should avoid connecting flights, because sometimes you connect with 3 different airlines, and
yeah, that would be a lot more complicated to look on the airline site, because many times they get combinations under the same airline group, like One World or Star Alliance, and it gets messy. But we can do Salt Lake to Amsterdam. Okay. Do you use always the same airline? Do you know if different airlines have the same route? Probably Delta from Salt Lake, right?
I fly Delta to Salt Lake. I think I know you. Let me check, actually. Well, I just pulled it up on. I pulled up Salt Lake on Expedia to Amsterdam, and I just want to see how many. Is there a price for nonstop only? All right. Well, I did 1 month away. Maybe we should do 2 months away. Let's do August 19th to August 30th. That's a trip. And then I'll filter. I wonder if I could filter only one airline. Because
yes,
I think transferring is fine, right? We just can't have multiple airlines when we do the transfer. Could we do that?
I would choose nonstop.
All right, let's filter nonstop. There's 6 options then. There's 6 options then for nonstop.
6 different airlines? Okay. KLM.
Delta and KLM. So that's the same kind of company.
Right, but it's too dark. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of airlines that are the same nowadays. Because I don't know, you have American and U.S. Airways. I think it's the same, and United and Delta are the same. But we can just for the sake of the study, just get them like they're as they are separate airlines. Uh, we could try. Well, the thing with Salt Lake is like it's not a major airport. Maybe if we try with
What,
New York,
LAX or
with
JFK?
JFK's might have more airlines
Yeah,
covering that.
let's do JFK. Let me see how
JFK for
many.
sure it
I'm
has
just gonna
more.
like see how many options I have for that. I know, yeah. All right.
Yeah, JFK's you have a lot more. Non-stop only one, it says.
Well, it's still like filtering and loading. I don't know. Maybe that'll change.
If not, we
Maybe instead of we just only do the ones because some of them say, where is it? Like this one says multiple airlines. I don't know if you're looking at my screen.
yeah,
Maybe
I'm
we
looking at
just
it.
filter out those ones.
If you put non-stop, it should filter multiple airlines because you're gonna be
Oh, there's
using
12.
only one
There's
airline.
12 nonstop. That's better.
Okay. Yeah, that's 12 flights. Doesn't mean 12 airlines, right?
Yeah, no, it looks like
KLM and Delta only one.
three airlines. What if we do like
We could choose a more. Amsterdam is a pretty big airport. I mean, if we choose New York, Heathrow, for sure, there's going to be a lot more because Heathrow is like the biggest airport in Europe.
I hate going to Heathrow Airport.
Yes, it's never been there, but I heard it's pretty messy.
But yeah, it's a big one for sure.
My sister lives in London. I will have to go someday. Actually, never been to Europe. I've been in Asia and South Asia, but never in Europe. I just skip one whole continent. Go
Yeah,
from
I guess I only here because I guess my family works here, but I like it. It's nice because I could travel to a bunch of different places because I'm already here. Easy. All right. New York to London, Heathrow Airport. There's 33 nonstop flights. With, let's see, 1, 2,
There's a lot of them.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 different airlines. That's still, I feel like that's not enough for like, I feel like we need more data.
Sample size, you mean?
Yeah, we could do,
yeah.
We could do like all major airports from JFK to all major airports in Europe, maybe. Because I feel like we need it. Because like I don't know, I feel like we need a decent enough sample size for it to be like reliable data.
Right. The thing is that I'm thinking because we here, for example, you have when you look at it, you have not only a specific date, but also specific time during the day, and the price varies also depending on that. So you have another variable there, not only the date but the time.
If we do a flight.
So if we want to narrow down the search, we would have to pick a time as well. And the problem is that not all flights will leave at the same time.
What if we say like, what if we do like flights 2 months away, morning flights 2 months in advance? book 2 months in advance. So flights leaving.
You have there the parking.
So flights leaving between 5 a.m. and 11:59. It can filter that on the site, at least on this one. And then this is exactly 2 months away is the date I put in.
Mhm. Okay. So then we will have to, and you have what, 4 airlines there?
Do we want to just pick? What if we just pick 10 airports?
Okay.
Flying JFK in the morning, 2 months in advance to those 10 airports, and we compare the price points as a means to, all over, like in different places, as a means to gauge how, because if our question is, or like that I think we're making is how often not how often, I guess kind of how, on average, are the travel sites prices cheaper than the actual airline
Mm-hmm.
prices for those times.
Right. Okay.
So
instead of using one route, we use multiple routes.
we use multiple routes, but have the date and the time as a constant, just as like a comparison.
Okay. So we have the variables will be day, time, and destination.
Yeah, and then we could get an average price difference between the 3 or 4 airlines that fly at that time to that airport versus the average price of the different travel websites.
Okay, let's write that down because I'm gonna need that for the research. Okay, so it would be.
All right.
Okay. I don't know how you want to phrase it.
Are travel sites always
Or how often? That's the thing because I mean, there is
how often?
Because always would be yes or no, and we really want to show how often, and an average, the difference between the site and the online site and the travel agency site. Between maybe. Funny thing is that I'm sure I can get all this data on. There's a bunch of studies done.
Program that does it.
Yeah, probably. I most probably can go to one of our systems and get this information right away. But let's do it. Let's do it correctly because. It's a crazy industry. I just know I have been working like 12 years in the same company,
Mm-hmm.
and it's crazy how much data they handle.
What is the average price difference between booking flights using travel agencies or websites versus booking flights directly through the airline?
Through an airline for the same, and we can use put something like for the same route, same time, and different.
For flights.
10 different destinations, or I don't know, do you want to use 10 different destinations?
Well, that was just, we could do as much. I'm just going to do, right, four flights booked,
2 months.
2 months in advance. And do we want to add like, and flights booked 2 months in advance and fly between 5 a.m. and 11:59 a.m.
Mhm.
Or should I not get that? Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
and only non-stop flights. The thing is, I'm thinking if we use different destinations, the amount of options, of airline options, will vary because unless there are really major airports, I don't know if all the same airlines we have will have non-stop flights for every single one of those airports. I don't know if that
Let's.
makes sense.
Um,
Because maybe I don't know.
Do we want to pick 3 major airlines then, just so we have like a basis of things to compare? Because like, so we're not
Okay.
like doing like do we want to do like Delta, United, and American Airlines or something like that? Because those.
I would use at least one European airline. KLM,
All right.
maybe
Delta, KLM.
British Airways.
Well, KLM is like the same company as Delta. Let's do Delta, American Airlines, and Air France or
British Airways. Yeah.
In British Airways.
Yeah, British Airways is good, especially if we're doing with Heathrow. And yeah. Or we could pick, you know what we could do? We could pick, let's choose 4 destinations, right? We could be Paris, Heathrow, Madrid, and Rome. Let's say those 4, right?
Okay.
And we can choose the, let's say, national airline for each one of those countries. It could be British Airways, Air France, Iberia, which is for Spain, and
I don't know an Italian one.
Alitalia is the Italian one, which was kind of on a bankruptcy. I don't know if they're still flying, but I think they do. Alitalia is the one for Italy. So.
All right, wait. So, okay, let's go over the question. What is the average price difference between booking flights? All right, we need to rephrase that. Is it on average? All right, let me just. Is it on average cheaper overall to book flights using travel agencies? The overall cheaper booking flights with travel agencies versus booking flights directly with airlines.
And yeah. And I would put online travel agencies and online travel agencies and then fly directly with airline sites. Yeah, airline website or something like that.
All right. Well, that can be our question. We don't need to add anything more to that. And then, we should probably add. Do we want to add the 2 months in advance and only morning flights?
Well, I don't know if we have to specify that on the question. Or
Yeah.
Of the variables that we will use for the study. I don't know if there's another question that asks for that.
What's the population we're studying? Are we studying the different airlines, different airlines and travel agencies?
What's our population? That's a good question. Because what we're looking, we're looking at Yeah, both travel agencies and airlines, because we're looking at the price that both of them will give us for the same thing. So it's like going to different stores to buy the same product.
Mhm.
So our population would be the different stores, right? That's what I understand. So we will have, let's say, 4 airlines.
We want to go all. What should we pick? So online travel agencies and airlines.
Right. The thing is that yeah, the population, it's not like we can. It's a big population. I mean, the sample. We won't need to take a sample out of a population. The population itself would be the sample because it's not
Yeah.
big enough.
Yeah.
We would have like, I don't know what, 4 or 5 airlines and 4 or 5 travel sites. That's not. I mean, you see what I'm saying? It's like that. There won't be. It will be a true population because I mean, it's not. We won't need a sample.
Well, okay. What if we do? Are there 5 different travel sites that you can think of?
Yes, there are.
All
Yeah,
right. Let's do.
but that's the other thing though. Most of like at least 3 or 4 of the travel sites that I'm thinking of, they're owned by the same company. Expedia owns Orbitz. They own Travelocity and Expedia. So you have those 3, and then you would have Priceline. Um,
Are the prices different between those?
uh, unless they have special offers, most probably they won't be, because they have the same. We can try. I mean, sometimes there are difference because they they get some sort of special deal. But you want to go do something. Go to Kayak. And just put that.
It doesn't really matter. We'll go Phoenix to JFK. Why not?
You see,
Well, it's just to see how many. I just want to see how many places there are. All right. Because this will show
the sites. You see? Well, it shows you the airlines here. It won't show you the site.
View deal. Does it not tell me?
It won't identify the which site that information is coming from. It will show you. Maybe when you book, it shows.
Oh, here. No. Okay, it's comparing TripAdvisor, Super Saver, GoToGate, Cheapo Air, Budget Air, with actual airlines as well.
Right, but it won't have the big. It won't have the big sites. Like
Well,
it's not there.
No, it doesn't have the big sites, but we could do. These must be all independent then. We could do Expedia, TripAdvisor, or what is this?
Never heard of that one. TripAE.
TripAE. We could do TripAE, Cheapo Air, Budget Air.
I heard of Cheapo Air. The other ones I never heard of. There might be new sites. I mean, they're constantly.
Yeah. So either way, we can find 5 sites that are all somewhat independent from each other. It looks like.
Mm-hmm.
So we do 5 travel sites and 5 airlines. what if we do? Okay, so what if we do 5 travel sites and 5 airlines, and we compare using with each. We do each airline with each travel site, comparing. Five random routes or something like that for each one.
So we have 5 airlines, 5 sites, and 5 different routes.
Yeah, so we look at all the Delta flights to 5 different places, five different completely different routes. We compare those routes using, we look at, Salt Lake to Los Angeles, New York to Amsterdam, London to Berlin. Just 5 completely random ones for each one. And then we look at the price of those on the airline and then the price of those same flights on the travel sites. And then we record the difference.
Right. Which is what it does. I mean, it's doing that here. The thing is that you cannot see the results to which source. Oh no, that they belong. It doesn't tell you. Oh no, if it's coming.
Well, let me try and book one. Let's see where it takes me if I try and book one.
Maybe
that one's taking me to delta.com.
There you go. Now that's how you see where that result is coming from. So you need to go to book it, and let's see. And most of them are taking you to the airline site.
None of these are taking me to. These are all taking me to airline sites. I think it's like. I wonder if it'll actually show me. Okay, so I think this is different. I think this is just showing you it books you through the
airline site.
Through the airline. So I think we should look at the difference.
Yeah, go to the let's do something. Try going to one of those sites separately.
All right.
What do you get? Go to Cheapo
Delta and Cheapo Air.
If we're gonna do it this way, we could do it with Expedia as well. I mean,
well, we could put Expedia as one of our 5, but you said they own like a bunch of them, so we could just have that as one. All right, so let's book a trip. Where are we going?
Let's.
We'll do. I don't know if we can do Montevideo to London.
No, there's no flights. You will have to look there if you're looking for direct flights.
All right. Here, let's do JFK to London.
Yeah.
Heathrow, leaving
2 months.
August 19th. 1 passenger. Find flights. Why do I need to change?
The return date.
I can't do return date. Let's do 1 week. So Sunday to Sunday. How about that? Okay.
You have there the time of the day.
Let's just do economy. All right.
Yeah, because you need to go. You need to select both the outbound flight, the outbound and inbound flights, because it's the airline sites will always put them separately.
The outbound versus inbound.
Yeah, is you select first the outbound and the inbound. It's not like you do the whole round trip with one click. You need to do it.
All right, here. Let's filter time. All right, 8 a.m. All right, let's do this 8 a.m. one.
That's not the. Give me one moment.
Yeah, okay, I know. Main cabin.
Hola,
Yes.
hola, hola, hola. ¿Qué haces? ¿Está bien? Estuve en el baño un ratito ahora, creo que le bajó la fiebre. ¿Cómo te sentís?
Bien.
¿Bien?
Comer
Está
un
bien.
poco de cereal.
Comí un poco de cereal, así que está mejor.
¿Puedo comer un poco?
Sí, ¿quieres comer un poquito más? Comí
Eh,
una barrita de cereal, tráeme que yo te hago.
no, no, no.
Ok. Ahí está un poco. Acordate de traerme el strudel. Acordate de traerme el strudel. El strudel de manzana que te pedí, del museo. Dale. Gotcha. Sorry about that. Okay. So I wasn't paying attention of what you were doing.
Oh, I was just, so I picked a morning flight between the hours of 5 and 11 on Delta for a flight 2 months away from JFK to London Heathrow Airport. And now I'm doing the same thing for the same day at Cheapo Air.
But you gotta be careful also when you book on the airline site. Usually they add the taxes at the very last when you're booking or when you're checking out. That's the other thing, because you will have a price difference. Here, on the online sites, they give you the price with the taxes included.
It shows the taxes on this.
Oh, it gives you the taxes on that one? Okay. So total price, 915. There you go. Okay. So, but we will have to be looking for the same exact flight. Do you have the, go back to the airline site? Does it give you the flight number? It does. 4371. DL 4371. That's a flight number. So go to the site. Let's see if we can get the same flight
Let's
number.
do. Let's see if I can search. Can I filter out? Can I filter airline?
Okay, give me one moment. I have to. Hey Cyrus, I will have to leave because my daughter is.
Okay.
But okay, let's do something. When are we supposed to get the step 2 sent out? Because that's the one when we actually have to collect the data. So
That's in like 2 weeks.
so we still have next week. Well, I can start working on it and show maybe on you won't be able to do it on Thursday, but maybe on Tuesday I can try to get something close to what we're looking. But we still need to complete. Do we have to complete all this by today?
No.
Or just like
This week.
Next week?
Let me check the date. That's different. Sorry, it's on my other monitor.
That's okay. I thought that each question were like belong to each step, let's say. Or is it like this thing?
It's due. Oh, where is
¿Qué, Julio? ¿Estás bien? ¿Te duele la panza o algo?
we need to get it up. I think there is no due date for the design that I'm seeing. You can check this too. I'm just going through the lessons and the assignments. But we have to get it. It says on here that we have to get it approved.
But it doesn't say when.
Well, I assume we would need to get it approved by, let's say, well, okay, so it says collect the data, collect and describe the data. Submission is on, let me see if I can find a rubric. That'd be great. Maybe that'll have. Maybe that'll have due dates.
¿Cómo estás, Juli? ¿Ves qué bien?
And there is no like due dates. Okay, I'll try and fill out as much of this as I can. Well, okay, what statistical method are you using for the study? It should be one of the following 8 methods. Oh, I don't even know. Quantitative.
It will quantitative, and I think
Quantitative 3 or more samples.
Wouldn't be ANOVA because we're going to be using, well,
I think it'd be ANOVA.
We're going to be using more than three samples. We're going to use different airlines, different routes, at least 5 of them.
Yeah, we're going to find the average. Yeah, we'll figure that out.
I mean, we can choose one. Then I guess the idea is that as long as we're doing this, we might find things that we have to change.
What if we just do? Okay, I feel like this is really complicated. What we have right now is really complicated. We have like 10 different things with like 10 different things like attached to those. What if we just do? What if we pick a travel site? What if we do, on average, we change this up? Is it overall cheaper to book flights using Travelocity versus using other online travel agencies? And we just take the cheapest flight with those restraints that we have put in for the time using different airlines. Okay, and see if, just so that we're just doing airlines versus, because I feel like doing airlines and agencies is hard because there's so many of each.
Yeah. Okay, we're going to pick only travel sites.
If we pick 5 travel sites and then do, because then we could do like 40 different routes or whatever, and we can make like an Excel spreadsheet and do, JFK to LHR $781, and then on the next website, JFK to LHR $800. We will pick the cheapest listed option for a date 2 months in advance for each.
Okay, regardless of the time in this case, we just pick the cheapest one.
We do cheapest one, but we do the same date.
Same date, but not. Time would not be a variable. We just.
Yeah, time not a variable. We do all the data for a flight 2 months in advance.
Okay. I feel like it's kind of basically the same. Isn't that the same example that was in the book There was one that was very similar.
Oh, I have no idea. I don't remember.
Ahora mamá te trae unas gotitas para tomar, ¿ok?
But even if it is a similar example, we're still collecting all our own data. We're still doing all the work.
Yeah, that's true. It is. I mean, yeah. ¿Estás bien? Okay. Venía. Don't if you.
Yeah, I think that would be the easier option.
Okay. Okay. No, that's fine. That's okay. Okay, so let's do something because I really gotta go. Is there anything like any other question? So we know that it's, I know what would be the system. Let's see if there's something else that it's kind of hard to answer so we can work it together.
Well, there's the null and alternative hypothesis. Okay, we can just do like Expedia is the cheap. Our hypothesis is Expedia is the cheapest. The null hypothesis is on average, any other site is cheaper, I guess, for our alternative, right?
Okay. So we're using Expedia as kind of the
why, or is there another one you want? We could just pick one.
Fine. I mean, yeah, Expedia is okay.
We could do like Expedia as the null and then all others as the alternative.
Okay. So it would be Expedia. It's not the cheapest one. That would be the alternative.
Yeah.
So Expedia is the cheapest site.
That's our hypothesis.
That's our hypothesis. Expedia is not the cheapest site. That would be our alternative.
And then which sampling method will you use? Systematic cluster sampling. All right, I can figure that out on my own. How you go about collecting data. What requirements must be met to use the statistical method. Will it involve humans? No. Will you be conducting a survey? No. If you answer notable questions, step 11 and 12, skip to 19. Project approval. Oh, okay. And then I think I just need to submit this.
Okay. Okay. So I will start collecting data. I'm gonna define because it really doesn't matter the dates that we're gonna define. I will just pick one, and I'll let you know. Okay. I'm gonna think of the
Websites.
Yeah, which websites we can use and the routes, and I'll let you know. There's really not much to decide on that. We just can pick randomly, so there's no purpose of us wasting time on that now. So if you want, you can go ahead and answer the rest, and I will work on the specifications of the study, like what sites, what date.
All right, then on the design the study section, do you want to fill out the just question number 9? How will you go about collecting your data?
Okay, then I can do that.
I can fill out. I mean, if you're going to figure out how to do it, then it'd probably come out better if you wrote it than if I wrote it.
Okay. Okay, and so I'll get this done by tomorrow. Is there a date for us to submit this? That's the date that we do not know when to submit this, right?
No, there is no like due date. I think just like let's try and do it by the end of next week. Get the project approved because we have to send it to them and get it approved. So how about we just say like next Saturday?
Okay, I will say I will say by Tuesday we should have it at least all the questions answered and we can review it. Because Thursday we're not gonna meet, so by Tuesday.
Yeah. Well, I might not be able to make it. I might be able to make it Tuesday. I come back from my trip on Tuesday, so I will try next Thursday. I'll be able to meet though.
Okay, next Thursday.
And we can review it then. We could also just like make comments and stuff on the Google Doc.
Yeah, we're gonna be sharing the same document, so I'm gonna write things down, and then
if you're not sure about something I write, just like highlight it, and if I'm not sure about something you write, I'll highlight it, and then we could just like
Are you gonna be connected on your trip, or do you gonna?
I'm gonna bring my computer. Yeah.
Okay, okay, good. So we can just stay connected on Hangouts if we have any questions.
Yeah. All right. I know.
Good.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
That's fine, man. That's okay. I gotta go now, but I will try to get those answers, and then if I have any questions or any notes to add, I will put it there on the doc. Okay.
All right. Yeah.
Okay.
See
Thank you
ya.
very much. ¿Cómo te sentís, Juli? ¿Eh?
La pausa más o menos,
¿Te dieron ganas de vomitar ahora?
creo. No sé.
Estadística. ¿Tiene frío?
¿Qué?
¿Tiene frío? ¿No? No, que es una bolita de cereal que ahora sí. ¿No?
Adivina,
¿Qué?
sí.
¿No que es una bolita de estas?
¿Eso de coco?
¿Sí? ¿Tres?
Bueno, tomaría, pero solo pedacitos. Partidas, ¿no? Ahora voy a probar. Ah, qué sabor.
¿Te gustó?
No, me gustó, pero tiene un sabor muy fuerte, ¿no?
¿El frío?
No, no terminaste de hacer los deberes. Sí.
¿Cómo tomó la fiebre?
¿Eh?
¿Cómo tomó la fiebre?
¿Qué?
¿A tomarte la fiebre?
Ah, tengo fiebre. ¿Qué?
No está muy perdido. ¿Pero tú quieres una?
No, no, estoy bien. Cuando me siento mejor de la panza. Gracias por los cereales.
No.
Pa,
¿Qué?
¿existían los tricks en tu época?
¿Eh?
¿Existía el cereal tricks el que compraste cuando eras pequeño?
Sí.
¿En serio?
¿Qué te comentaron?
No sé. Ahí, papá. La canalera. A ver. Oh,
¿Qué haces antes del show? Wow.
adivina,
¿Qué?
adivina. Concentrado. Adivina. Adivina, papá. Adivina.
Toy Story.
Sí.
Mucho más que Sánchez. Sánchez es el jugador que mete la pelota para el gol, pero el que tomó, digamos, el balón, el buscar indirecto, a juntarse con Cabal y con Suárez, el que generó cierto revulsivo el otro día fue Cristian Rodríguez. Un hombre zurdo, a Uruguay carecía de tierra ayuda. Yo lo único matiz ahí, Rodrigo, que lo he venido diciendo es el mínimo, ¿no? Y en vez de darle lugar a Sánchez, pues yo creo que lo que Sánchez hizo puede ser más prolijo que Nández. Nández estuvo entreverado, y entonces con la prolijidad y el andar de Sánchez le da hoy la titularidad. Yo le hubiera dado una nueva chance a Arrascaeta porque creo que es el jugador mejor dotado como para asistir justamente a Cavani.
A mí me parece, Seba, que el técnico ve que el partido está por afuera, con el Pato de un lado, con Cristian Rodríguez del otro, y aparte tiene una buena pierna derecha para un centro y una buena pierna izquierda también para una pelota quieta, como perfectamente puede ser Cristian Rodríguez, que ya ha hecho un buen tiro libre jugando en su equipo, jugando en Peñarol. No sé cómo lo vemos, el perfil del 11 titular que va a jugar mañana.
Yo creo que además a Uruguay le faltó ahí colocar una bolsa clara en el área para Suárez y para Cavani. No tuvieron demasiadas claras en el primer partido. Por eso incorporó también a Marcelo Stavia y a Jorge Serena del IBC de Moscú, para que vean esto y para ver qué piensan con respecto a los cambios. Está bien que aparezca Sánchez desde el arranque por derecha, está correcto que fue el segundo.
¿Adivina?
No parezca
¿De acuerdo, mandamos?
Sí. Fíjate
Hola,
esta.
buenas tardes para todos, a ustedes en Montevideo, a los compañeros del pastor. Y lo venimos hablando a lo largo del día con Jorge, esta cuestión de las variantes de Maestro Tavares. Yo pienso que Tavares es de ir partido a partido. No sé si tanto está pensando en el futuro, en lo que va a venir más allá de la parte de grupos de esta Copa del Mundo. Sí está pensando en Arabia Saudita, pensó que esto era lo conveniente para hacer en este juego. A eso apeló y eso ejecutará en la cancha. Jorge.
Sí, yo creo que Tavares tiene una historia de no repetir equipo, porque sí, esa historia de que equipo que gana no toca, con Tavares no va. Él habla mucho de limitar a los rivales, de estudiar mucho qué es lo que hace el rival. Yo coincido con Mauro, pensé que podría ser de Arrascaeta por derecha y el Cebolla por izquierda. Me parece que es buena la institución de Cebolla, pero podría haber estado de Arrascaeta. Pero también es verdad que de Arrascaeta viniendo desde el banco, si lo necesita, puede generar cosas distintas que por ahí algún otro futbolista en Uruguay cuesta más que lo hagan. Entonces me parece que igualmente Tavares estudia, Tavares plantea, ejecuta a los jugadores. Yo creo que tenemos todo, pero todo, hasta el resultado de hoy, me parece que nos va a permitir, no sé cuántos años antes nos tiene las estadísticas, jugar una segunda fecha, está clasificado, no estar con la calculadora, no sé, 1000 años, con tanta tranquilidad.
Estamos viendo imágenes del entrenamiento de Uruguay en Rostov esta mañana, de Uruguay esta tarde, justamente de Rusia. Ya pensando en el partido de mañana, Rodrigo y Julio están de acuerdo con Mauro en que, bueno, de repente Arrascaeta pudo mantenerse en el equipo para jugar en lugar del Pato y si de repente entrar en Cebolla. Primero contigo, Marcelo, ¿qué te parece? ¿Estás de acuerdo con Jorge en esto?
Me parece.
A ver, Calia.
Sí. Escucho, Seba, no. Pero sí, totalmente de acuerdo. Puede ser también que Arrascaeta pueda tener una una oportunidad, haya podido tener una oportunidad en esta escena titular, pero también esto de solidaridad del pueblo Uruguay, que me cierran los caminos, llegar al arco rival es una buena manera de generar un revulsivo, como lo hizo el Cebolla Rodríguez, con otro estilo de Arrascaeta, puede ser el hombre que arranca líneas y además que pueda bien asistir a Suárez y Cavani y generar lo que faltara al Uruguay.
Pero aparte coincido que con Julio, raro, pero coincido con Julio.
¿Estás coincidiendo con todo el mundo?
No, coincido con Julio. El tema del tiempo de trabajo y las sociedades, ¿no? Cáceres y el Cebolla ya se conocen hasta el gustito del aire que anda cerca, ¿entendés? Porque han jugado muchísimos partidos en esa banda izquierda. Y yo creo que eso también hay que aprovecharlo. Que me parece que también apela a eso el maestro Tavares.
Perfecto, ya voy a incorporar a Roberto Omar, que también está en los dos, pero le preguntaba a Julio Ríos y a Rodrigo Romano si están de acuerdo con Mauro, en que de repente está bien el Cebolla y no tanto Sánchez, capaz que lo mejor que hubiese sido mantener a Arrascaeta.
Me parece que en la cabeza del entrenador no está esa dupla de Arrascaeta, Cristian Rodríguez de entrada juntos.
Totalmente de acuerdo. No, yo creo que no. Hay un aspecto, a ver, se ve poco que se gana. El problema es que coincidimos bastante más de lo que usted quiere que la gente vea por la televisión. Vamos a hacer la cosa bien clarita como son. Los saludos a la distancia, y el Mocú.
¿Te gustan esos seriales, papá?
Marcelito, todo bárbaro. Todo bárbaro, todo muy bien. No, es que yo creo.
No se acercó allá.
Alonso.
No, lejos.
Lejos del oso.
No vamos a tener que mostrar a Loco, porque le estamos haciendo la publicidad.
¡Adivina!
Bueno, pero hay que...
¡Adivina!
Y el oso, bueno, acá, en su momento
El papel de-
¡Es obvio! ¿Quién no va a reconocer esa música?
de los 11 días.
Sí que existen los años 80.
A Juan Mauro, escandalosa,
Mira, tú naciste en los años 80, mamá también.
Como si hay algún problema en el apartamento para tirarse con la mascota y que le sirva como configurador.
Mira, se toca solo.
Muy seria, pero que su amor por la mascota. Pero bueno, si no, no va a estar el partido de mañana. Yo hay una cosa que tengo que
Te divertías mucho con la televisión.
Entonces, no lo vi cuando la entrada a la cancha y de repente, a ver, siendo la ofensiva por el sector izquierdo y generando una sociedad por el sector izquierdo. ¿Por qué? Porque Arrascaeta salió a jugar por el medio.
Adivina esta.
Con cuatro volantes por izquierda.
A ver,
Entonces
adivina
queda un
esta.
poco ciega el sector izquierdo. Y aparte, cuando vos tenés una punta así,
Adivina.
normalmente los delanteros tienen que bajar a la banda, tienen que ir a la banda para poder
Adivina.
generar sociedades por la subida de los laterales. O sea,
Adivina, papá.
y un buen centralizador todo el mundo. Yo, pero totalmente de acuerdo con el gusto del Pato Sánchez con la tercera temporada. El partido de mañana,
Y el
todos
Piqué.
son conscientes que Uruguay lo debería ganar cómodo y lo debería golear al equipo de la Libertadores. También todos somos plenamente conscientes que va a meter la bandera a la Libertadores y que va a intentar, a diferencia de lo que hizo con Rusia fue a jugar intentando sacar un empate. Con Uruguay va a jugar intentando no pasar un papelón. Eso se va a meter prácticamente la bañadera. Y en cierto momento capaz que necesitamos una fiesta. Y ahí precisamente lo que tiene Pato Sánchez.
Julio, pará,
Lo está comisionado.
No, ahí está, Romano, ¿cómo te iba a decir? Es momento de presentar a Moar porque está con gente, está charlando con gente de la noche de Rostov. ¿Cómo te va, Roberto? Bienvenido.
La gente pasa de ese lado, me saluda, me pasa que el grupo está en la próxima ronda. Estoy en la rambla del río Dom, que es la zona más festiva y más colorida. En cualquier momento van a aparecer uruguayos porque por acá han pasado muchísimos. Y respecto del oso, en mi cuenta de Instagram yo poseo el oso, así que los que tienen publicidad lo pueden ver, no hay tanto misterio. La compañía que tuvimos lo que pasamos por el apartamento de Moscú, no muerde. Bueno, acá estamos, nosotros a la orden, escuchándolo con mucha atención. Después de la confirmación del equipo, que confirma las precisiones que teníamos nosotros desde Niki Novgorod y lo que dijo Tavares en conferencia de prensa, ¿no? Que un mundial no da como para esperar mucho tiempo a la hora de hacer cambios. Tenés que reaccionar de inmediato y tenés que movilizar todo el plantel. Incluso durante la conferencia dijo, en Sudáfrica jugaron todos menos los partidos suplentes. Eso quiere decir que yo no traje un 11 titular, sino que traje un plantel completo. Y sobre esa base ya los primeros partidos están son más en la zona más neurálgica que tuvo el equipo en el partido del León.
Acá está el maestro Tavares hablando en conferencia de prensa antes del entrenamiento de Uruguay este martes, en Rostov.
Nosotros preparamos los partidos todos, nos informamos mucho y tratamos de ver cuál es la mejor manera, a nuestro entender, de encarar esos partidos. Hay que estar preparado para todo en el fútbol, nunca se sabe con lo que se puede encontrar en un partido. Llegar a 100 partidos no es solo un número, significa muchísimas cosas. Y en esos 100 partidos, quizás no en todos, pero en la mayoría de ellos ha sido un jugador determinante para las quizás pocas cosas que hemos conseguido. Yo si elegí 23 jugadores, porque los elegí, no me fijo, voy a poner al más joven, no voy a poner al más experiente. Y según las necesidades del equipo. Nosotros en un tiempo fuimos una potencia futbolística. Pero desde el punto de vista de la cultura futbolística, que yo la defino como aquella que tienen los países para los cuales el fútbol es parte de su identidad nacional, que no son muchos. Uruguay es de los principales. Y cuando veo que hay unos niños muy pequeños en un colegio, mirando en el colegio del partido, como se hicieron en todas las escuelas prácticamente de Uruguay,
Oh, mamá,
yo
te llama.
reflexioné que esos niños no se van a olvidar más de esto.
Hola.
Van a vivir y capaz se lo cuentan a sus hijos. Y
No,
ese
tenía Julio el
que
teléfono.
hemos retomado.
Oh. No, no.
El maestro hablando, Roberto, muchachos, de la fiebre que hay en Uruguay, además de
No,
lo que tiene que
no,
ver con
no,
el
no,
equipo,
no,
de lo que está
no.
pasando en Montevideo, donde se han pintado monumentos de la cebra, donde de repente también en el interior algunos monumentos también, es decir, hay una fiebre importante, ¿no? Aparte de los campos,
Los jugadores también lo han hecho, ¿no? En conferencia de prensa han hecho referencia al tema, han puntualizado que reciben permanentemente uno tras de otro los videos de las celebraciones que se dan en distintos lugares del país, especialmente emocionados con las celebraciones que acercan de las escuelas. Y bueno, en determinado momento también se dijo que querían mantenerse al margen de todo esto, pero que en estos tiempos de tanta comunicación y de tantos mensajes,
¿Conoces una canista de agua que se llama Ornis? ¡Ey! ¡Ey!
amigo de los rusos.
¡Papá!
Porque por acá, pues, hoy no, de ruso no tiene nada. Puede pasar de todo hoy acá, ¿eh? Claro,
A ver,
preparados.
Moar,
Preparados.
no te vayas que tenemos...
Tengo una, ¿querés que te muestre?
Mostrame,
Tengo
Uno está en Moscú, uno está
ahí está la hinchada de Moar. A ver,
uno está en Moscú,
no te vayas, Roberto,
otro está
tenemos
en
un amigo
Rambla del
que se
Río Dor,
incorpora, o está incorporado a los 11
otro está en Montevideo.
Seguramente no lo conozco, pero la verdad es que tengo muchas ganas de conocerlo porque es tanto lo que ustedes hablan del amigo Nicolai, que acá está, Nicolai con Moar. Ese es Nicolai, el
Papi.
de Mauro Más,
Dame un
la
abrazo.
mascota de Julio Ríos, el compañero de Marcelo Scaglia, el amigo de Romano, y por lo que entendí...
A ver,
hay que
¿cuánto
conseguir-
vino?
y
¿Quieres
siempre-
marcarme en la pataleta? He crecido bastante.
La cucha y la tucha. Es larga.
Prima, la cucha a la tucha.
Tampoco queremos
Le voy a explicar una cosa.
A ver, Mauro.
Permítame decirle algo.
Francesca,
Mi loca Francesca, cuando le mandé la foto me dijo, papá, ¿me lo podés traer? A Nicolás me lo está pidiendo.
Y Pablo le dijo, está difícil que despacharlo. Como, si queda algo de los manos,
¿Vamos a saludar a la abuela?
Dale.
Muchachos, ya que estamos con...
De Mato le llamó.
No, pues no debe tener.
Que yo llegué a Moscú y a mí alguien del equipo me dijo, la cosa está complicada en el apartamento, no voy a dar el nombre, yo todavía no conozco el
¡Feliz
apartamento,
día del abuelo!
y por todo lo que se está
Bueno,
haciendo, pienso ir al
Que
apartamento.
pasen bien ahí
Contale que estás bien.
¿cómo era?
Croacia.
En Croacia.
Sí.
En Croacia. Espero que disfruten del viaje y que se diviertan paseando. Bueno, feliz día. Los quiero. ¡Ay! Qué molestos que son cuando hacen pi, pi, pi. ¿No? Es horrible.
Me sacaba ventaja con estos señores que son grandes. El rayo.
¿Hay algo más que nos quieran contar de lo que pasa en
Cuando
el
llegamos, se estaba manejando el metro, Calia. Sí, yo. Yo, por ejemplo, en el grupo de WhatsApp que tenemos, entre todos, ya que Tere no quiere conocer el apartamento, lo vi a Tere y se va a acordar, muy preocupado por la humedad, apenas llegó a Moscú. Bueno, lo tenía preocupado, incluso tomó algunas fotos para testificar este tema de la humedad.
Muy bien, nos alegramos de acá que estén guardando bárbaro allá en Rusia, evidentemente, porque la carga de horarios y demás genera que el clima necesariamente sea bueno, así que lo felicito muchachos. Hablemos un poco de fútbol. ¿Qué pasa con el Pato y qué pasa con el Cebolla? ¿Cuánto le pueden aportar, Rodrigo, compañeros, a este equipo de mitad de campo hacia adelante? Vos hablabas de la bola detenida con zurda de Cebolla. Yo te decía de la claridad que tiene el Pato para poner la pelota en el área rival. Por ahí puede venir la razón de los cambios, además de lo que Jorge decía, y Julio también, que va a replegar bastante el equipo de Arabia en el camino de alguna forma.
Sí, tiene claro Tavares, me da la impresión que
¡Hakuna Matata! Así es como hay que vivir.
Los números avalan claramente la clase
Y
de
es
juego que este
así.
con la cantidad de asistencia que ha dado en el último tiempo. Y el entrenador sabe que Arabia va a ir para atrás. Bueno, me parece que esa puede ser una buena forma de verlo. Sí, yo creo
Adivina esta, papá.
Esa es una parte de la historia. Una parte de la historia es mirar.
¿Adivina?
Arabia. Uruguay sabe que tiene que intentar marcar la diferencia de
¿Adivina?
para poder llegar al último partido de
¿Adivina?
frente a la selección de Rusia. Por ejemplo, que decimos del empate.
¿Adivina?
Por este tipo de especulaciones. Aparte, tengamos en cuenta.
Atento, ese oído, que se abra.
Portugal y España van a jugar después.
¿Adivina, Messi?
Porque somos el primer grupo que se cierra.
Exactamente. Entonces no sabes con quién te va a tocar. Lo que sí creo. Yo creo que el técnico
En la canción de las chicas superpoderosas, papá. ¿Por qué no se merezcan nada?
Muy rápidamente sobre la marcha. Y yo lo quiero decir muy claramente. Yo mucho respeto por Betancourt, creo que es un jugador elegante, seguramente va a tener un futuro brillante. No, pero yo creo que Betancourt podría jugar, pero con otra estructura de equipo. Para mí Betancourt no puede jugar, no es conveniente.
O sea, Betancourt con otro jugador.
Exactamente, con Torreira, por ejemplo. Con Torreira. Yo no veo a Betancourt jugando con Matías Vecino. Nosotros digamos una flaquísima mitad de la cancha. Uruguay fue tibio en la mitad de la cancha, no fue agresivo marcando, fue en la mitad de la cancha presionada, que en definitiva nunca pudo jugar cómodo, lateralizó el fútbol, la transición
yo creo que el otro día lo que sucedió es que hubo mucho mérito de Egipto en cómo minimizó las posibilidades de Uruguay, sobre todo en el primer tiempo.
¿Vos crees que puede jugar el Uruguay contra España?
No, pero a eso iba. Para mí lo que está haciendo Tavares es jugar de acuerdo a los rivales con la característica que él entiende que tiene que jugar para ser el protagonista del partido. ¿Por qué? Porque contra Egipto, contra Arabia Saudita, y de repente hasta contra Rusia, hay que de repente tomar alguna otra precaución porque este equipo está mostrando ser goleador. Pero digo, ¿quién era el protagonista? ¿Quién tenía el rol? ¿Quién tenía la responsabilidad del partido con Egipto? Uruguay. Mañana, ¿quién tiene esa responsabilidad? Uruguay. Entonces, ¿qué busca? Jugadores para asumir ese rol. Cuando lleguen los octavos de final y cuando nos toque España o Portugal, mira lo que te voy a decir. A mí no me extrañaría que la mitad de la cancha de Uruguay sea con Torreira, con Betancourt y con Vecino.
Ahora, bueno, pero para que Lucas Torreira, a ver, acá hay un tema que es elemental. Yo creo que, yo particularmente ahí difiero contigo. Yo creo que el técnico cambia porque se da cuenta los otros días que la mitad de la cancha que puso no tiene el tiempo de trabajo adecuado y que por ende no pudo funcionar frente a un equipo que tuvo muchas virtudes, por ejemplo, como Egipto, que fue aplicado la marca, que fue muy rápido, que generó un desdoble muy importante, tapó las bandas, aglutinó gente por el medio, tuvo un doble 5 muy eficiente que después se destruyó porque uno de ellos debió salir y quedó el Neni solamente, el jugador del Arsenal. Yo creo que el técnico se dio cuenta de eso. Entonces ahora colocar a Pato Sánchez, insisto, pelota parada, aparte también Pato Sánchez no hay ningún negado con la pelota en la piel. O sea, es un jugador que perfectamente puede sincronizar con el lateral por la derecha y puede sincronizar con otros jugadores del medio. Y después lo coloca el Cebolla Rodríguez, porque el Cebolla Rodríguez tiene experiencia, es un jugador con mundiales encima, es un jugador pesado, es un jugador con clase, con categoría, con endurance. O sea, me parece elemental. Ahora, si no vas a, yo te digo serio, porque ahora, si no vas a colocar a Lucas Torreira en determinado momento, no puedes aparecer en los octavos de final sacándolo desde la nada a Lucas Torreira y colocándolo en la mitad de la cancha y pretendiendo que Lucas Torreira sea un fenómeno con el equipo. Me parece que le tiene que dar minutos y un poco de funcionamiento porque ha sido el jugador entró último a esta selección.
Muchachos, tenemos que hacer la pausa de Montevideo. Gracias, Rodrigo. Vamos a hacer la pausa. Viene el clase subrayado y seguimos adelante para conversar más sobre Uruguay, sobre lo que se viene en el partido frente a Arabia y algo sobre Neymar. Hoy estuvo brava la concentración de Brasil. En un rato lo compartimos. Ya venimos.
Mira, papá.
Flash de subrayado es una presentación de Creditel. Si precisas un adelanto de sueldo, buscalo en la app, elegís cuánto querés y cuándo lo devolvés. Termofones Warner, con tanque de cobre, único, con 20 años de garantía. Yerba Silueta Ideal Cabral, la manera más fácil de ponerte en línea. Y Ultra Wash 30 años. Todas nuestras promos con regalos. Ultra Wash, bienvenido a casa.
Buenas tardes, estos son algunos adelantos de los temas que estamos trabajando en Subrayado para compartir con ustedes en nuestra edición central a las 19 horas. Los presidentes de Argentina y Uruguay se encontraron hoy en la ciudad de Buenos Aires para inaugurar la nueva sede de la Embajada Uruguaya en la República Argentina. En la oportunidad, ambos mandatarios destacaron el buen momento que viven las relaciones entre los dos países, la historia que nos une, la vocación de integración y destacaron que el proyecto de presentarse para organizar el Mundial de 2030 conjuntamente con Paraguay es un nuevo puente entre los países.
Estoy esperando que llegue Hotel Transilvania 3.
Y también
Es la mejor película que he visto.
obviamente el fútbol estuvo presente
Bueno, no, la mejor de todas.
del 2030, sino por el obsequio que le hizo el presidente Vázquez al presidente
No
Macri.
la mejor de
Venimos
todas,
con todo el
pero
detalle
bueno,
y también
me
noticias
gusta
sobre el
mucho.
momento económico y financiero que vive el vecino país. Un caso que conmocionó fuertemente a la sociedad uruguaya y motivó movilizaciones en la Costa de Oro se formalizó hoy a nivel judicial. Se trata del asesinato en Neptunia de Claudia Ferreira, la cajera de una estación de servicio, cuando volvía de trabajar a su casa y que fue apuñalada en un intento de rapiña el 29 de mayo pasado. Los sospechosos que estuvieron en la mira desde el principio y a quienes varios vecinos identificaban como autores de otras rapiñas en las cámaras son una adolescente de 17 años y un joven de 23. Ella ya había sido indagada.
Mira qué flaquito que es
ahora
este.
formalizó la
Qué
acusación contra
flaquito.
ambos y sostiene la misma que la joven fue la que apuñaló a
Claro.
Ferreira cuando esta se resistió a la rapiña.
Mira,
Se viene un
papá.
partido de la Celeste del Mundial de Rusia, será mañana a las 12 ante Arabia Saudita. Tenemos mucho material para compartir con ustedes, nuestros enviados oficiales están en Rostov, donde será el encuentro, los preparativos, la conferencia de prensa de nuestro trabajo de hoy, de la que salieron maravillados todos los periodistas extranjeros que no dejan de sorprenderse ante su nivel de reflexión y su encara del fútbol. También, ¿qué se sabe del equipo que parará mañana el maestro de la cancha y del de Arabia Saudita? Los uruguayos siguen llegando a Rusia, y el fervor aumenta también acá en Uruguay siguiendo a la Celeste, y todos buscan la estrategia para acompañar a este grupo humano que también nos representa. Con todo esto y mucho más, los esperamos a las 19 horas en la edición central de Subrayado. Hasta luego.
Flash de Subrayado fue una presentación de Creditel. Si precisas un adelanto de sueldo, buscalo en la app, elegís cuánto es y cuándo lo devolvés. Termofones Warner, con tanque de cobre, único, con 20 años de garantía. Yerba Silueta Ideal Cabral, la manera más fácil de ponerte en línea. Y Ultra Wash 30 años. Todas nuestras promos con regalos.
Mamá vino.
Ultra Wash, bienvenido a casa.
Supongo que ya se despidió de su familia. Estoy listo para el deber, aunque antes me gustaría pedirle una cosa. Diga, me gustaría visitar al brigadier Tepic en prisión de una cuenta personal. Puede visitarlo y cobrar su deuda chiqueta. Soldado, general, ¿qué significa? Encontramos esto entre las pertenencias de la enfermedad. Son las coordenadas. Eres tú. Nunca hubiese imaginado que así se
Una Matata.
Ha obtenido esa información. Es un hecho que tenemos un traidor aquí. Aunque este hueco terminó. Siempre terminó. Me traicionó varias veces. Me engañó. Y se rió en mi cara. Usted fue quien voló en la ciudad. Capturó a este como una trampa. Cuando su hija estaba a punto de ser ejecutada. Usted capturó a mi hijo León. Hoy, al término de Ahora Caigo, en el 10.
Voy a medirme con el cronómetro. Oh, ¿en dónde está el cronómetro?
El termómetro.
Muchas cosas en tu vida requieren de tu esfuerzo. Quédate bien, no sea una de ellas. Cuídate, conserva silueta ideal Cabral. La manera más fácil de ponerte en línea.
¿Cuánto cuesta por 5.000 pesos o más?
Y
Te llevas la
mira,
pelota o la camiseta
sí.
de la Fundación Celeste. Por ejemplo, 12.000 pesos en 12 cuotas de 1.254 pesos. Con la solidaridad organizada, el mundo anda.
206 huesos, 360 articulaciones, más de 600 músculos y un corazón. No hay nada especial en el cuerpo de estos deportistas. Es la confianza la que hace la diferencia, la que da los años de experiencia y que día a día nos impulsa a superarnos, dando lo mejor de cada uno, por el bien de todos. Porque en el deporte como en la salud, la confianza se construye, y en esa construcción somos socios. Asociación Española, sponsor principal de la selección uruguaya.
Y iba a llamarlo a Ana Belén, pero yo no me acuerdo de mucho. Me desperté y me dijeron, se va a llamar Ana Celeste. Uruguay pasó la cuarta final.
Yo le quería poner el logo de la pintó, pero...
Historia por entre la mamá y...
Cuando tocan yo soy celeste, celeste soy yo. Yo digo, no, yo soy celeste. Hola, yo soy celeste, yo soy celeste y yo no soy celeste. También soy celeste,
Ellas son algunas de las muchas celestes que nacieron en Uruguay y que fue del Mundial de 2010. Ahora vamos por muchas más.
Mami. ¿Te gustan los clips?
¿Cuánto cuesta por 5.000 pesos o más? Te llevas la pelota o la